Hey, Scott Lara, the cruisegenius.com, coming to you on this Travel Tuesday from rainy Jacksonville, Florida. Yes, we did survive Tropical Storm Debbie, so we're good to go. Still rainy and wet outside, but we're doing good. Here's my review of the MSC Seashore. My wife and I, along with our 6 and 5-year-old grandsons and my son-in-law and my daughter, sailed on the MSC Seashore August 1st through the 4th. First of all, I got to give a shout out to Port Parking Space at Port Canaveral. We have parked there many times. They have great discounts on parking if you're military, or they have other discounts as well. So go to portparkingspace.com. Great customer service, clean facility, secure facility, very close to the port. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, if you're going on the MSC Seashore, Terminal 10, the parking garage over there is being renovated. And so it is a little bit of a hike from the parking garage to the ship. So if it's rainy, it won't be a fun walk going to the terminal and walking back to where your car's parked. So just makes total sense. You pull into Port Parking Space, get out. If you need to use the restroom, they have a very nice restroom there. And then you get on the shuttle, quick 5-minute ride over there to the terminal, and you're good to go. And of course, there's other cruise ships there too, the Carnival ships, the Disney ships, so forth. So it's definitely a great place. It's convenient, clean, secure. portparkingspace.com. Let's talk about the MSC Seashore. We've all read the reviews, and we all know, beautiful ship, beautiful ship. If one more person says beautiful ship, got it. It's a beautiful ship, only a couple years old, and it's a very nice ship. The staircase, the blue tunnel, the balloon, the hot air balloon thing where you stand in the thing and you got New York behind you, the Vinci chocolate, the infinity pool, Pirates Cove for the kids. Absolutely a beautiful ship. Okay, got it? So that's fine. We got that part. So let's talk about embarkation. Our boarding time was 12:30, and that is set by the cruise line. You can't pick your check-in time. I guess they set it for you. So it was 12:30, which was fine because we were driving down from Jacksonville. So we left around 10. We didn't get down there till about 1:15, which was fine. We were in no super rush to get on the ship. So we get down there, go to Port Parking Space, drop off the car, get in the little shuttle. And as we're driving in the shuttle, we saw the line to the parking garage. Man, it was like 10 miles long. So definitely don't want to deal with that. So I'm glad we used Port Parking Space. So we take a ride over there, and before I forget, on that shuttle ride back to the car, at that time when we were in the van, a rocket was taken off from Cape Canaveral, so we looked out the window, and yeah, that was pretty cool seeing a rocket take off. All right, so we get to the terminal, I don't know, 1:15, 1:30. Of course, tip the driver of the van, then tip the porters there. And then we had to get into a kind of a long line outside the terminal, around 1:30, I guess. And thank God it wasn't raining, because it would have not been fun. So we stood in line maybe 15 minutes. It moved pretty quick. Then we went up the escalator and went into the terminal. And it was crowded, but man, they were cooking with grease. I mean, you got to go through security first. That went relatively quick. And then, so you're going to ask me, how long were we in the terminal? Maybe 15, 20 minutes max. And this is around 2 o'clock, I guess, 1:45 to 2 o'clock. So it went pretty quick. Then, you take that long walk, and then you're on the ship. And the cabin was ready by that time, because MSC, on their paperwork, it says cabins will be ready at 2 o'clock. And you can drop off your bag and come back, but and we all know the deal with Carnival, talking about dropping off your bags. But we dropped off our bags. Oh, I do have to talk about the status match, because I am a 3-star Mariner on Holland America Line. I'm Platinum on Carnival. So MSC, along with Virgin Voyages, does status match. Now, are you going to get every single thing you get on the other? No, you're not going to get, you don't get the bottled water, you don't get XYZ. But, you do have some perks, minimal perks on MSC. The MSC status match. Thank you, MSC. Thank you, Virgin Voyages. Same thing. So we drop off the cabin, and we had bunk beds in the cabin for the kids. We were on deck 5, room 5113, which was close to elevators, and it was further away from the atrium, so we didn't hear a lot of noise and singing and yelling and partying. So that was kind of nice, because it's kind of nice to have a quiet area. So got on the ship. The boarding was pretty quick, and that was fine. I got to meet some of the staff. Some of them recognized me and said hello, which was kind of nice. Reverend Dr. E was the cruise director, who's amazing. I know him from Carnival. He really made that cruise fun. Just a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. And even my daughter said, Dad, he is just so cool. And like I said, I've known him for years and saw him in the hall and caught up for a second, but got a lot of energy. All right, so now we got to talk about the food, right? Now, food is very selective. People have different tastes, okay? Now, if you're going on Virgin Voyages, amazing food. You go on Holland America, amazing food. Regent, all these, premium lines. You rarely hear complaints about food. Even on Icon of the Seas on Royal Caribbean, Marty and I were on that on a VIP 3-day whatchamacallit. And the food, and the thing what I'm saying about the food is they had a lot of variety. Even on Carnival, like on the Mardi Gras, you got Shaq's Chicken, free, Guys Burgers, free. And that's where MSC kind of dropped the ball on this, because you really don't have a lot of free food besides the buffet. And the buffet, they have certain things, but I mean, is it a wide selection? They got your basics. They got, your cheese and your little sandwich meats. And at breakfast, you have the eggs and the hash browns and the bacon. They do have that little cute little area for the kids where they have a little thing like this, And if a kid is too tall, can't go in the kids' food area, buffet area. So Reed and Cole really liked that. That was fun. And so they were able, we were about to let them get their own food. I, of course, walked in there with them and gave it to them. Now, everybody and their brother, in addition to saying beautiful ships, the pizza. There's no greater pizza at sea. The pizza was very good. Now, do I wish they had a meat lover's pizza? Yes, I do. But they had, thick pizza, and it was really good. The pizza was good, okay? Get that out of the way. The pizza was good. And it's kind of sad that, no one ever says anything else about the food than just the pizza. You would think maybe he would say something about the cookies or something about the steak or something about whatever. But yes, the pizza was good. Main dining room, service was very good. Service was very good. Now, I've read a lot of reviews of the service. They're slow, they're this, they're that, slow. Oh, before I forget too, the first time I saw my cabin steward, handed him a crisp $50 bill just to say, hi, thank you. I always believe in doing that just to let the cabin steward know, I'm not going to stiff him at the end of the cruise. And my wife and I have different feelings on that. My wife says, wait to the end to see how he or she does. I don't believe in that. And I have over 150 days on Holland America Line, 75 days on Carnival. I've been on NCL, been on Virgin Voyages, been on Royal Caribbean. I always believe in giving the cabin steward something up front, because that's going to let him or her know that you're saying thank you. And yeah, of course you leave the tips on at the end of the cruise. But I firmly believe in tipping him ahead of time. So I handed him a crisp 50, big smile, and he took care of us, the ice bucket, the blankets, anything we needed. He was Johnny on the spot. Junie was his name, Junie. All right, so the other thing I want to talk about is the we ate one time, or let's just get this elephant of the room out of the room here. So we left Port Canaveral, and everyone's looking at the weather. We all knew what was coming, this unnamed, that storm that was coming around. And boy, the weather people really got that. They had no clue. And because it was, so anyway, it ended up dropping way down and coming that way. But when we left on Thursday, the 1st, it was higher up than what it was, and it looked like it was kind of, So we made it to Nassau. Nassau was beautiful. We didn't get off the ship. We stayed on the ship with the grandkids and let with one of my grandsons. And my daughter and son-in-law took my other grandson, and they had a great day with our older grandson and with some friends. So I think they swam with the pigs and they had a good time. Oh, Kids Club. The Kids Club was absolutely perfect. Both my 4-year-old and 6-year-old were able to play in the same class. The people were very friendly, very nice. And I will say the 6-year-old wanted to go into the 7-year-old class because he thought the 4 to 6-year-old class was too babyish, but it worked out. So hats off to the Kids Club people. They absolutely, I wish I would have gotten their names so I could put their names on a survey, but I will say that in the survey that the Kids Club people were off the chain. And that jungle pool right there was one of our favorite spots because the kids could play right there at the jungle pool. It was enclosed, had that dome at the top, close to bathrooms, close to the marketplace, Lido deck food, great. So the dinners we went to in the main, we didn't go to the specialty restaurant. We just went to the main dining. Service was good, food was good. It was just good. Okay, I'm not like coming over the top on it. The prime rib was okay. The lasagna was okay. The French onion soup was an 11. I'll give that an 11. I love the French onion soup, and you could have that every night. I guess what I'm saying is I wish they had more variety, but it's okay. Where I'm kind of throwing a rock is when, we left Nassau. It was an absolutely beautiful day. You looked at weather.com. Weather.com was so wrong on the day of the weather in Nassau, which was Saturday the 2nd. I think weather.com was saying 70-80% chance of rain, and it was a sunny, beautiful day in Nassau. No wind, no waves, all good. The problem was Ocean Cay. Now, I've been to Ocean Cay. I went to Ocean Cay last year. Absolutely love it. Great private island. Shout out to MSC for all their, the foundation and replenishing and renourishing and replenishing and the fauna, the flora, the all their stuff. Oh, the reef, rah. Good. The problem was, and I put this on another YouTube video. We're in Nassau, we're getting ready to leave, and the captain gets on the loudspeaker. Good evening, this is Captain Giovanni, whatever. Looking at the weather. And we're gonna make a run for it. We're gonna make a run for it to Ocean Cay. Now, we all know the weather, uncertain. We're gonna make a run for Ocean Cay. And we're gonna see when we get there, when we present ourselves at Ocean Cay. At 7 in the morning, we'll reevaluate and look and see. And we're going to call corporate and we're going to look and see and make a decision then. Well, I already knew what's going to happen. We're going to go over there. It's going to be too windy, and too dangerous. And so now, of course, Nassau's here, Ocean Cay here, Port Canaveral here. So they're heading that way. And so I kind of already knew. I'm a Navy veteran. I know enough because like last year when I went on Virgin Voyages, I looked at the marine forecast. I looked at everything. I knew we weren't going to make it to Nassau. We did make it to Bimini, and that was a fun day. But I already knew the drill. And so, beautiful night sailing there. No rough waves, no wind, all was good. We get to Ocean Cay, and the captain gets on the loudspeaker, and hey, we're here. We've presented ourselves here to Ocean Cay. The safety of the passengers. Number one, safety of the passengers. And the weather's deteriorating, and we talked to corporate, and we are just so sorry. we're just so safety of the passengers, we're going to forego Ocean Cay and have a great day at sea. And Reverend Dr. E gets on the speaker. Hey, we're going to have lots of fun, excitement, lots of fun. Sea day, lots of fun. And looking in the rearview mirror, and there goes Ocean Cay. And then I'm looking outside. It is sunny. It is hot. It is beautiful. And I'm thinking to myself, really? And again, that's his call. He's the captain. The winds, deteriorating conditions. All I can tell you is that Saturday the 3rd was a beautiful day at sea. Waves were like that. Little wind. So I was a little disappointed because I really wanted my grandkids to play on the beach at Ocean Cay. Now, a lot of people have jumped on and said on social media, Scott, it's hurricane season, make the best of it, smile, you're on a cruise. I get it. I totally get it. And we were happy. I mean, we were on the ship. The kids played in Pirates Cove. Went up to the Lido deck, had our free ice cream. Oh, and thank you, MSC. Because when I was on MSC Seashore last year, the soft serve ice cream was only available for only a couple hours on one side of the Lido deck, marketplace. This time it was on both sides and was open most of the time. So thank you, MSC, for listening to that. You guys at MSC say, we read your reviews. Can't wait to get my review emailed to me. We read your reviews. Well, they read the reviews about the soft serve ice cream because you get it most of the time on Carnival. You get it most of the time on Royal Caribbean. And MSC has followed suit with that. And that's a very smart move. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Now, the one other rock I kind of want to throw was the variety of the food in the main dining room on that sea day. My wife said, hey, let's go down to the main dining room for lunch. Okay, fine. So we go down there, and there's only 2 different main items on the menu. And I was like, really? This is it? And so I was very disappointed. And I'll put that in my review, MSC, that I would think there would be some more variety there on that sea day. I think it was Saturday the 3rd. And yeah, there's more variety up there on the Lido deck with food. You had lots of variety. Let me put it that way. Now, Disembarkation, that was fun too. And I do have to hand it to MSC and the Port Authority there, because my daughter and my son-in-law and my grandsons, my grandsons only have birth certificates, but they carried their stuff on board, right? They didn't check luggage. So they were able to get off the ship 8:30, and man, they blinked. They were on the port parking space van right over there, got there, and man, they were back in Orlando within an hour. I mean, it was very quick. So thank you for that. They got off the ship quick. Now, for my wife and I, we were luggage tag 27 because we were on deck 5, cabin 5113, porthole. And so we, listen, I'm the kind of guy, I am not racing to get off the ship. Well, my wife is tapping her foot. I'm ready to go. I got another friend like that too. She just can't wait to get off the ship. Now, I like being on the ship because get to eat, Well, I was disappointed, MSC, that the buffet closed at 9 o'clock. And I get it. Got to clean, got to get ready for the next people, got to clean. Well, there were still people up on the Lido deck waiting to get off the ship at 10:30, and you close it at 9 o'clock. And so I had to suck it up, which, first world problems, right? So they closed the buffet at 9 a.m. And we're sitting there at about 10:15, 10:30. We were the last ones to get off the ship. Now, I will give you the super secret tip. You got to get one of the porters, because you hand the porter $10, whatever. He will take you around the long line. And man, we were right there, security. Now, they did not have the facial recognition like Virgin Voyages, like Icon of the Seas, because a lot of those have this. You walk up, boop, boop, don't even have to take off your passport. Well, at Terminal 10 there, they did not have the facial recognition, so I had to show the passport. You got this, got that, you got $10,000 worth of stuff. Did you buy a bunch of jewelry? Did you bring back cigars? Did you bring back a camel? No, okay. Got right out there, and then took the shuttle back to port parking space. to get our car. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how was it? I'd give it a 7. Overall, I'd give it a 7. Scott, would you go on MSC again? Yes. Would you go on Seashore again? Yes. Would you go during hurricane season? Probably. Would you go back to deck 5? 100%. So that's kind of my deal with MSC Seashore. If you have any questions, email me, slara1961@gmail.com. Go to thecruisegenius.com, check out all my stuff. Scott Lara, thecruisegenius.com. Have a great day.